We're in Norrtälje, Sweden, just an hour northeast of Stockholm. We come to the Lundahl factory. The Lundahl factory is where Lundahl make all their transformers. Everything they make is made in this building here. Lundahl have been key to Focusrite's sound from the early days. So there was a Lundahl 1538 in the Forte console. There was a Lundahl 1538 on every ISA110 input channel on the studio consoles, and every ISA range product and every Red product, including the new Red 1500, has had a Lundahl LL 1538.
So the company was started in 1958 by my parents. My father is the big inventor and my mother is the organizer. She's the one who employed people, who took orders, who sort of made this into a company. Part of the philosophy is somehow we start where other companies stop. We try to make things better. We are not limited by what's available. We build our own equipment. We try to find solutions.
An audio transformer, an input transformer for a microphone preamp is a device which basically consists of two coils of wire. You have a primary input side and a secondary output side. And signal going into the primary is coupled to the secondary by magnetic coupling rather than direct electrical connection. And that gives you several advantages. Depending on how many turns of wire you have in each of those two coils, you can introduce some voltage gain. And in the case of a preamp, that almost counts as free gain, if you like. It gives you a step up in the signal level before you have to apply the electronic gain. And there are some noise advantages in that. The other advantage is the fact that you get very good what's called common mode rejection of things you don't want. So things like interference, mains hum, and particularly radio frequency interference. It's much easier to stop that getting into the preamp with a transformer than it is with a direct electronic input.
What I like about this job is two parts. It's both the technical part of it and the production. This is a small size with 25 person here, but we have a sort of a complete factory where we bring in raw material, wire, sheet, insulation material and so on, and we do pretty much all of the parts to make a finished product. So that's one side of what I find interesting. And the other side is that this is such an international job. We export between 90 and 95% of our production. We sell our products throughout the world, of course Europe, of course North America, but also Asia. We sell transformers into China and Japan, Australia, Taiwan. And in this extremely small world that's audio or audiophile, we have a great reputation, and it's such a privilege to, for instance, exhibit and have people come up to us and say, "Oh, you make the best products."
Lundahl are a very well-established company, going a long time. They're as old as I am, and that's pretty old. They have a very unique approach in the way that they build their transformers, and that gives them some quite significant advantages in the way that the transformer is constructed and the way they can create the windings very flat and very low profile. They put Faraday shields in, and they can extend those shields beyond the edge of the windings, which you can't in some other ways of constructing transformers. So there are some interesting technical advantages in their design, and it's interesting here to see that they do it all themselves, from the raw metal, the raw wire and the raw mu metal coming in at the beginning. They've just put it all together and using their own machines that they actually build here on site as well to wind the coils and to form the shapes and everything. It's a fascinating company.
It's the final scene, and it plays on your sympathy.